Hello, everybody. I'm looking to Spot and Jenny. Hope everybody's doing well. As you can see from the thumbnail, Tottenham Hotspur have to sack Thomas Frank now if you want to avoid relegation. Because 11 days before your next football match, it's the perfect time to sack Frank, bring in a new interim manager to the end of the season, just to give them players a boost, just to change something on the pitch. Because at the moment, you're looking so timid and so toothless and so spineless. Um, you really are struggling. And let's have a look at the table, shall we? Right. So, Tottenham Hotspur found themselves in 16th place. 5 points above West Ham. Now that could have been 3 points if it wasn't for a late Sesko goal equaliser for Man United against West Ham in the dying seconds of the game. Let's have a look at your fixtures. So you've Spurs have got Arsenal coming up. You now any true Spurs football fan will say that, or even football fan will say that Arsenal should have red hot favourites to beating Spurs. Um, West Ham have got Bournemouth on the same week. At, at home. Now, the Bournemouth game, I'd rather play Bournemouth than Arsenal, let's be honest. So that 5 point gap could be cut down to 2 point gap. Um, Forest should beat Wolves on paper, but we all know football it played on paper. But with Wolves, Forest being at home, I'd expect Forest to get a result there. Leeds United, on the other hand, have got a difficult away trip to Aston Villa. With footballing hat on, not with Leeds United hat on. I think Aston Villa on paper will beat Leeds United. Now, West Ham have got another game in on the 28th of March. They've got a difficult trip to an out of form Liverpool. You have to say at Anfield. Um, but West Ham seem to be fighting. They know that they're in a relegation scrap. They seem to be fighting for every point. We've seen that over the last few games, especially yesterday against Man United. West Ham could possibly get a draw there. They really could. Arsenal. So we go back to Tottenham in March. You've got a difficult away trip to your London rivals in Fulham. Fulham are doing all right. They've picked up now under they've picked up points now from Fulham under Marco Silva. They do it. It's going to be a difficult game for Fulham. Um, Leeds United have got Manchester City at the end of February. That's going to be a really difficult game at home. The good thing about being at home, we've got the Ellen Road crowd behind us, but we all know that Man City are desperate to put pressure on Arsenal for Premier League title. They aren't going to go down without a fight, Alice. So, you'd have to say Manchester City will win that game. Let's have a look at Forest. Then have got a difficult game against Liverpool. So come end of February, um, Spurs could be if West Ham get beat Bournemouth and Liverpool, Spurs could be in the relegation places come February 28th. So Tottenham must act now to get in a new manager. I mean, I'm looking at this as well. This is another reason why they need to act. Right, so let's see if I've got this right. Right, so just say you get relegated, right? The club, look at these ticket prices, right? So at the moment in time, right, you are paying from £836 to £2,147 for the season ticket, which is a 6% rise, right? So now, if you look at this, is the ticket price, season ticket prices at the Championship. So Middlesbrough is £620 for the average season ticket price. Sheffield Wednesday is £575 as an average ticket season price. Nottingham Forest, Norwich is £567.50 as an average season ticket price. Portsmouth 496. Southampton 475. Millwall 459. Coventry 440. West Brom 439. Sheffield United 426. Watford 422. Bristol City 420. Ipswich 409. Leicester 404. Wrexham 400. Derby County 399. Hull City 360. Stoke City 344. Oxford 335. Charlton 325. Birmingham City 320. Swansea City 300. Bristol Blackburn Rovers £299. Preston North End £294. Queen's Park Rangers £262. So they'd have to bring the prices down by 50%, guys. And I don't know if Tottenham Board will be able to afford to keep a £1 billion stadium going. Is it £700 million in debt? And then you'll have to do players' wages, you'll have a fire sale. Tottenham Hotspur cannot afford to get relegated from Premier League. Because number one, they'll suffer a catastrophic financial black hole, and number two, they'll be laughing stock of London with the rivals Arsenal, Chelsea, West Ham. They cannot afford to get relegated. They're too big. They're too big of a club to get relegated. I'm not saying they're good enough. I'm not saying that they're too big to get relegated, but they're too big of a club to go down. The Premier League need Tottenham Hotspur in that league. Um, you qualified fourth in Champions League group stage in group stages. You qualify. You finished in fourth. You cannot afford to get relegated, guys. You really can't. It'd be a catastrophe. The fans as well. I'll feel sorry for the fans. But they have to shake up and shape out. They need to get this sorted out and fast. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Let us know what you think in the comment section down below, guys. Look after yourselves. See you all soon. Take care. Thank you for watching this video. And you've been watching the Spartan Journey. Take care. Bye bye.